Okay, I want to talk about AI, and the best way I can is through this episode from Black Mirror. Hello, darlings, and welcome to Performance Perspective, where we talk about different performances and then we share our perspectives. If you're new here, hi, I'm Cara Darling, and if you're not, welcome back. Anyways, we are talking about this episode on Black Mirror. Now, let me be perfectly honest here. Black Mirror sometimes gives me anxiety, but it is so good. I really do love the series, but then I find myself I don't just jump into it going, yeah, let's go for it. Sometimes I'm like, no, I have to feel good. I have to feel a bit secure before getting into it. Now, this episode that I'm about to bring up, I feel like it's totally fine for anybody that does have anxiety. You're going to be okay. And the episode I'm referring to is the one with Selma Hayek. Now, not to give away anything in this, because I truly recommend go watch it. It's so interesting, and I think what it brings up is a conversation about AI, and it also, this is the best way for me to explain as far as the SAG strikes and the Writers Guild strikes and what's going on. And it's the fact that, or it's more of the question on, hey, when is AI too far and you're just taking jobs away from creative people? So now, don't get me wrong, there are things with AI that I find very helpful. For example, yes, I did do the whole thing of using my photos into something, and you know what it helped me with? It helped me realize the kind of colors that I should be wearing, and also what kind of hair colors I should not have, and what hair colors I can have. So in that place, I feel like there is something for AI to do. But then when it comes to it taking away jobs and things like that, that's when I'm like, this isn't cool. Now, as far as the Writers Guild and actors, we'll get into the actors next, but the Writers Guild, they were trying to have something in their contract saying that the studios cannot use AI to take jobs away from the writers, and they were not agreeing to that. They did not want to add that clause in there. And that, again, that's something that's not fair. If we look at the writers and what they've gone through, they were in a place where they were able to make this a full-time job. But then slowly the studios made it where they could not get the full-time benefits. Therefore, they had to take multiple part-time jobs or ultimately become a freelance within the studios. And again, they're not able to get the benefits or anything like that. If we look at the actors and stuff, there is something going on with the studios where they want to pay people for their likeness and their looks and use it for AI in background actors to go on. Now, if some people are like, I'm down, here's my likeness, cool. But if you're someone that's starting as a background actor because you want to get into acting and stuff, if you get paid and sell your likeness to be someone in the background and a different studio hires you to play a part, that's a conflict of interest. And so therefore you won't be able to play that part because you sold your looks for that studio. So again, it's there's all of these things going on that ends up saving the studio money. But then for people who want to pursue these careers, it's just more obstacles for them to be, trying to jump and go through. And again, trying to put a clause in about AI and taking away from actors and things like that, again, it's not something that they want to negotiate with. The best way I can describe all of this is that the industry changes, but the contracts don't. So as now there's streaming services, and whoever worked on it, whether it was writing, editing, or acting in it, there are no royalties going their way if it goes on to Netflix or, Disney. What I find interesting is that the ones that have the streaming service are the ones that are we don't want to sign that thing about AI. But then other studios who don't have a streaming service, they're able to, go, oh, yes, we can pay accordingly, we can do this, and so forth. That's just something I find very interesting. Now, to go back to Black Mirror, This is the episode where I'm like, this is the fear and the huge explanation of these creatives in this space have a problem with. I recommend it. Watch it, enjoy it. If you've seen it, tell me like what your thoughts were when you saw it, like in the comments and everything. I'll absolutely talk about it in there. Now, the last thing I want to say is, based on these strikes and what's going on, we need to talk about shows we like, where the writing is good. And I'm not talking about reality TV and whatever. Listen, I love reality TV, but that's not what I want to go into necessarily on this channel. I want to talk about things that were created and done and shot that was so good, and we talk about it. Therefore, we're letting the studios know this is the kind of stuff we want to see. This is what we want to promote. I don't know. I keep getting this weird feeling like it's going to be a media revolution. Like, you know, like Les Mis, where it's like, we're going to brigade and it's like, do you hear the people sing? We are going to be the people that do that, because what's going to happen is, tell me the truth, don't you sometimes see, like, for example, Star Wars, you see what they did with the movie and you're like, oh, okay, well, it was fine. But then you see a fan go in and create the whole fight and how beautiful it is, and it's like, so those are the people that are technically not professional, yet they created content and footage that was way better than the fights that you saw in the movie. And you're like, why? What happened? I have a huge feeling that, especially on YouTube and stuff, we're going to be the ones that's like, you know what? We're going to create that content. We're going to create the writing and things. And we're going to do it on our own. And we're going to be the ones to establish, like, this is what needs to be done. And then the studios and streaming service are going to have to go, well, we want to do what those people are doing. I know it's going to be too long of an episode if I go into my thoughts about some of the shows that are being created that's like thrown into the streaming services, where I'm like annoyed by, but whatever, that could be a thing for like not recommended. So yes, again, I recommend that episode. And yeah, I'm ready for our media revolution. We are going to be the ones that are in charge of what's good, what is it we want to see, and also what is it we want to create, and start creating our own shows and cartoons and things. We're kind of already doing it. But anyways, if you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of the episode, or if you see it, come back and then let me know what you think. And yeah, without further ado, take care, darling.